I'm gonna teach you guys how to make the polka dot top that I did from a thrift flip. For the polka dot top, I found a shirt that had buttons down the front and a scoop neck. I couldn't find a super similar shirt, but if you want the scoop neck, definitely when you're thrifting, look for one with a scoop neck. And it really doesn't matter what size, as long as it's like very oversized, you know? Like the polka dot shirt was 2XL, and this shirt that I'm using for the tutorial is just 1XL. And make sure it's stretchy because it will not fit over your head if it's not stretchy. You mostly want it bigger so that you have enough for the ruffle. I'm gonna start with putting my shirt on so that I am marking where I want it to be so that I could cut off a part for the ruffle. I want it to hit like right here, like right where my waist goes in at. I'm going to just snip that, and then I'm gonna take off the shirt and cut right there. So there's the mark, so I'm just gonna cut right there. I probably should have left seam allowance, but since it's a stretchy material, it's really forgiving and it won't matter too much. I don't know if you can tell, but that's not a straight line at all. It's super forgiving. I feel like people are gonna be really surprised that this is how I did the sleeve part, but literally, yeah, just keep your shirt folded inside out. And then obviously if you don't want the cap sleeves, don't do this, but I'm just teaching you guys exactly what I did. Literally just cut off the sleeve. So right along like the part that's serged right there, leave a little bit of seam allowance so that way you can fold it over and not have a raw hem. Unless that's the look you're going for. To match it up, I'm just gonna take this and put it on the other side just to make sure we cut off the exact same amount. For this part, if you have a scoop neck, kind of like how we have, like we don't have a super deep scoop, but it's still a scoop, you're gonna wanna make sure that stays in the center of your chest, otherwise it'll look weird. So just make sure that you take off an even amount from both sides. What I like to do is I just like to sew like 2 inches on both sides and then try it on and see how I'm liking it and then take it in from there. So I'm just gonna sew right from this armpit part all the way to there, and I'm gonna go in at a diagonal a little bit. So it should just be like, whoop. Okay, so I just start right there, forward, and then a back stitch. Now we're going to do 2 inches to the other side. I like to turn my shirt right side out whenever I try it on just to get like a real feel for how it's gonna look. I can already tell from looking at it, it's gonna need to be taken in more. Definitely needs a little bit more right at like under the boobs. So just keep taking it in or seam ripping and taking it out a little bit until you have it at the right like size that you want it at. I got my shirt exactly like the fit that I wanted it. So now I'm just gonna lay it on the ground and cut off the sides of it so that way it doesn't have like too much extra fabric, you know? But I'm gonna leave like 1 inch. If you want, you guys, you can sew a zigzag stitch along the edge so that you don't have any raw edges. Or if you have a serger, then you could also serge the edge. We are going to make the ruffle. I don't want my ruffle that long, so I'm gonna trim it so that it's only about 2 inches tall. There is this tag on it, so I'm gonna kind of use that as a place of measurement. That's our ruffle. That's like the bottom hem of the shirt. So now we're gonna go do a basting stitch with it. So to do a basting stitch with like a ruffle, you're gonna keep it on the straight stitch, and then you're gonna change your stitch length to the furthest it can be, so your straight stitch length. So for me, that's a 4. Put it right on the edge of your shirt. Especially, we didn't leave a lot of seam allowance, so we had to like work with that tag. So I'm gonna keep mine really on the edge. Don't do a back stitch and just start sewing. Okay, and once you get to the edge, leave a super long string and pull the back side of the string. So I use 2 different colors, so for me, it's white. Pull that into a ruffle. So see how it's already ruffling? So really good. And if you have thicker fabric, I recommend, oh crap, that's the worst thing that could have happened. If you have thicker fabric, I recommend going around twice with your thread, with like your sewing machine, so that you have 2 threads to be pulling. But I'm lazy and this fabric feels like it's going to ruffle easy, so I'm just only doing 1. But just pull gently so that your thread doesn't break. And if you can't remember which one is your back thread, just pull both of them and one of them will move and one of them won't. the first time I did like a tiered skirt, I was like, what thread am I supposed to be pulling? But only one of them pulls, so that's a good way to tell. So once your ruffle is the same length as your shirt, so from like thread to thread, you're going to put your shirt inside out. So we have our raw edges outside, and then you're gonna put your ruffle right sides together. So I'm gonna line up that and pin it, and you put it inside the shirt, so right sides together. It's not the end of the world if you sew it wrong, because then you can just seam rip it and try again. I've done that plenty of times. It's obviously better if you can get it right the first time. Once you have your ruffle inside the shirt, you're just gonna sew right along the raw edges all the way around the shirt. Make sure you change your thread length back to a regular thread. So once you've got the ruffle sewn on, turn it inside out and make sure that you've got like all of the edges, so that way like there's no holes, you didn't miss any spots around. And if you did miss any spots, just go back to those spots and just like fix them. This is how the shirt is looking for me right now, which is looking very cute. I did not sew the tier on super short. As you can tell, it's really short on this side and not as short on that side. But now, literally all we're gonna do is just fold in the hem to the shirt and go around and sew that. And obviously, if you didn't use the hem of the t-shirt, like I just saved the bottom of the hem and used that as the peplum, but if you need to hem that, then hem that as well. In order to hem this, I literally am just going to put it right inside the shirt and then sew along the part that's already been serged. This is the finished shirt. It's literally that easy. You just take it in and then add a ruffle. It's so easy and like super fast. You're gonna have to bear with me with this next part because I wasn't originally doing this in the tutorial, but then I posted this on shorts and everyone was like, I need a tutorial for this. So I'm including it in this now. To get like this version of it, you're gonna use your scraps. So I had a strip like about this thick and I folded one inwards, the other one inwards, and then I just sewed down that line right there, the zigzag stitch, so that way it stretches. So once you have that, you don't need them very long. And I didn't want to make mine permanent, but if you want to make yours permanent, then you can just sew it on there once you get it into the right position. But basically just make 2 of those. I just stuck it through here and then tied a knot. So depending on how tight you want it, like if you want it more cinched or less cinched, do it like that. But I didn't want mine super cinched, so I just did kind of a looser knot. And then literally just how you tie your shoes, like no specific knot or anything. And then I just twisted it so that it's on the inside of my shirt and tucked it in there. Like it is not very professional, but I think it still gives it like that really cute kind of cap sleeve square neck vibe. And also that way it's not like permanent if you don't want it to be permanent. Because for me, I feel like, honestly, I like having this option to like dress up this shirt if I wanted to, but I also feel like I'll get more use out of it if this shirt is just like more of a casual shirt, you know? So it's literally that easy. I just tied mine right on there. If you want the choker look as well, do the exact same thing with your leftover fabric. And if you don't have any leftover scraps, then it's a little too bad. But like this one I haven't even sewn yet, but I just tied it around my neck and like put the raw edges on more of the inside. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. It's super easy. Hopefully I explained it clearly, but good luck making it and send me a picture if you make it. Like DM me on Instagram or TikTok if you make it.